QCQ. This is the 575 GMRS net located in Fairdale, Kentucky. This net meets every other Thursday evening at 8 p.m. on the 462.600 repeater or the 462.575 repeater. All licensed GMRS users are welcome to check in. The net manager is Andy, WRTP 577. We call for stations using the first number after the letters in your call. Please give your call slowly and phonetically, your name and your location. This is a directed net. Please transmit only as directed by net control. Your net control for this evening is Andy. My name is WRTP 577. I'm located in Oklahoma. I would like to welcome everyone to the net this evening. If anyone should have an emergency situation during the net, just give us a double break and we'll give you our immediate attention. Are there any announcements for the net? If so, please call out now. All right, well, this is the first time on Eric's .6 machine. We'd like to thank Eric for letting us use his repeater, and hopefully we gain some more check-ins. Also, Brock has steered the Zello app over this way for the purpose of the net, so we'd like to thank Brock for all he does with that. I'm going to move on into mobile stations. These are stations that are actually driving or mobile, so any mobile stations out there. All right, I'm not hearing any. Are there any short-time stations wishing to check in?
WRVT, page 93.
This is JE 982.
All right, we had a double there. I had WRKE 982. So is that correct?
Whiskey Romeo Juliet Echo 982. WRJE 982. It's Paul.
This is WRPM 298, short time, west in St. Matthews.
This is
with Mike, Louisville, Whiskey Romeo Delta Quadruback 203.
all right. Whiskey Romeo Papa 298, Mr. West St. Matthews. I also picked up WRQDQ 203, Mike in Louisville. Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I got WRVT 893 also. On for short time stations. Any short time stations out there?
Net control, please recognize WRUW 632. Josh in Fern Creek. In and out.
J614, WRCJ614, Danny in Hikes Point.
RUV 298, Unit 1, William. Unit 6, Sarah, in and out.
All right, I got 298, Unit 1, and Unit 6. I got WRUW 632, Josh, and I got WRCJ 614, Danny. 298, can I get your first of your call? Okay, I wasn't able to pick him up. Calling for short time stations still. Any short time stations?
This is WRVL 813, Goshen, Jeremy, short time, in and out.
All right, I got 813. That's all I got for you, though.
WRVL 813, Goshen, this is Jeremy, short time, in and out.
All right, we got you in there, Mr. Jeremy. Short time, in and out. Is there any other short time stations?
At WRPH 266, John in Palmyra, Indiana, in and out.
Whiskey Romeo Papa Uniform 937. This is out here in Lawrenceburg, and I'll be in and out.
All right. John. 7 Lawrenceburg, but I didn't get the rest of it.
Hey, he's kind of breaking up. This is John in Palmyra, Indiana, at WRPH 266.
All right, 266, we got you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, any other short time stations?
All right, this is WQID 228 Brock. WQID 228 Brock, in and out, on Zillow.
I'll be in and out.
Cover somebody up.
Time stations. Calling for short time stations.
Whiskey Romeo Kilo Golf 570. John over here in Old Louisville. Check me in and out.
Big double.
This is WRPU 937, switching over to Zillow. Made an attempt from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, and I don't believe I was making it. I'll be in and out.
Whiskey Romeo Victor Whiskey 702, in and out.
All right. I'm having a hard time getting in or hearing the repeater. So I don't know, Chris, can you hear me?
Andy, I may not be making the trip from my base very well, but I'm picking you up on Zello and on the radio both, WRKJ 240.
Net control, we can hear you. There's a whole lot of doubling going on, and guy came in from, I can't remember now, but there's a lot of doubling going on.
All right, I'm going to try to steer this thing back in line here. All right, we got short time stations. How about Zello check-ins? Is there anybody, can people hear me that are on Zello? Can you give me your call?
Yeah, Andy, I think the bulk of them got in under short time stations, but if you want to check me in, WRKJ 240.
WRKJ 240, yes sir, I got you, and you come in clear. We appreciate it. All right, you say a lot of them got in on short time, so I'm gonna leave it with that, and I'm gonna go ahead and call for regular roll call. If you're on Zello and you call out regular roll call, that's fine. So I'm gonna start with 0 through 3. 0 through 3, the first number after the letters in your call.
Net control. Net control, please recognize Whiskey Romeo Delta India 358. Name here is Eric. Echo Romeo India Kilo, located in Greenville, Indiana.
All right, WRDI 358, Mr. Eric. Thank you, sir.
This is WRKG 331. Name's David, Louisville.
WRKG 331, Mr. David in Louisville. Thank you, sir. All right, how about 6, regular roll call, 0 through 6.
Net control. WRTP 444 from the Mount Washington, Kentucky, on a cookie sheet. Patrick.
WRTP 444, Mr. Patrick, thank you.
Net control, recognize. Net control, recognize. WRKB 490, Samuel from Floyd, Indiana.
WRKB 490, Mr. Samuel, thank you, sir. Zero through 6. All right, I'm not hearing anything else. How about 0 through 9, all the stations? We're looking for all the stations.
Net control, this is WRPU 967, Joe in Greenville, Indiana.
Net control.
RKH 949, John in Sellersburg. Good evening. Good to hear everybody. It's been a great net. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. And we look forward to next week. Hopefully, maybe I'll be able to take that over. And I'm really looking forward to see how we go forward. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. WRKH 949, John Sellersburg. We are standing by.
This is WRDW 826, David in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
This is WRVW 702, Louisville, Kentucky. Jacob, standing by.
Net control. This is WRAP 822, Brian Baker, Romeo, India, November. Check in.
All right, we picked up WRTU 967, Joe in Greenville, WRKH 949, John in Sellersburg, WRZW 26, David in Jeffersonville, WRVW 702, Jacob in Louisville, and WRAP 822, Mr. Brian in St. Matthews. Did I miss anybody? All right, let's go up and grab some comments from these guys. How about Mr. Eric, WRDI 358? How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good, Andy. It's good to hear a net on my repeater. First ever net. I'm real excited to hear it on here. Again, you're doing a great job, but sorry you're having reception issues with the repeater there. So it's probably just where you're sitting or your location or whatever. But I do appreciate you having the net on this repeater and kind of swapping back and forth and showing this repeater a little bit of love. I love to hear it. 73s to everybody, and everybody have a great night and stay safe. This is WRDI 358, and we'll be clear.
And now you're coming in real good over here. I don't know what the deal was in the beginning. It might have just been, there might have been a lot of doubles. I'm afraid that we missed it. But, and I've got some partial calls in here on the short time stations, and I might go back and try to see if they're still listening. I realize I skipped over WRKJ 240, Mr. Chris. You have any comments for us this evening?
Andy, I've got no comments. We can work out the bugs with that Zello stuff and maybe announce earlier in the net that we'll do a separate call for them. Most of them got in a short time, but it all seems to work, and for the first time switching it over and messing with the Zello box, it seems to all be working well. I appreciate it. WRKJ 240.
Yes, sir. No, thank you for helping out and getting that going. Mr. Eric, I did want to say thanks for letting us come down here and up here and use your repeater. So we appreciate it, and we appreciate all the people that are checking in. How about WRKC331, Mr. David in Louisville? You have any comments for us this evening? Okay, we'll try him again here in a minute. How about WRTC 444 from the Mount Washington, Kentucky on the cookie sheet?
Good evening, Net Control, my friend. No real big comments. Appreciate the opportunity on a different repeater. And mad props and shout out to Brock and Chris for handling the whole Zello thing. It's going to be a great addition to our community.
Yep, we sure give them, they definitely worked hard on that, and I know Brock was working for about a week on it stop, so we appreciate it. I think it's cool. I've used it. It woke me up a couple times on, and then something will key the radio, and I'll hear the Zillow. So that's really cool to have. So, all right, I'm going to move down to WRKB 490, Mr. Samuel. How are you this evening?
Net Control, I'm doing well. Just a long day at work and stuff like that, and the typical. Everything sounds good on my end. It's nice to use a portable for once, hungering around the base unit the whole time. All I want to throw out there is the same announcement as usual. I'm still looking for a home for an XPR 8300 in the Louisville / Floyd knob. Don't get rid of your the 550 channel yet. Leave it in your portables. Here soon, I'm probably just going to get the repeater back over to Brock to put back up for a little, kind of like a backup channel locally to use is my plan. And yeah, that's about it. Net Control, back over to you. WRKB 490. Everything's going great on this end.
That repeater, so or somewhere to put it, may I say. So, if you know anything, let him know. How about WRTU 6967, Mr. Joe in Greenville? How are you this evening?
Yeah, this is Mr. Joe in Greenville, known as sometimes call me NPU, and glad to hear the net up and running. Sounds great up this way, up here in Greenville. And I'm talking on a FT300D Yaesu, and thought I'd get in here and enjoy. Back to Net Control. Thank you, sir. This is WRPU 967.
Thank you, sir. I started the evening on a FT5D, and I had to switch over to the trusty Baofeng and her up. So we're going to try again this week and see if that makes any improvements. So how about WRKH 949, Mr. John in Sellersburg?
Hey, Andy. Thanks, man. I've been doing the stuff I'm doing over here. I got a new operator I'm working with, and yeah, sorry for spewing at the mouth on my call, but WRKH 949, I appreciate it, and I hope for next week that it will be a fun and entertaining fumbling of the words and the mouth and of the scripts, but it'll be fun. Hopefully I can get through that without a whole walk down the Hall of Shame event. And I'm hoping a couple of my friends over here, maybe Sammy and Eric, can help me do some of the roll call and get some of that done and do some of the logging. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm back from North Carolina this week, and I was itching to get in here to make sure we did not miss a SDR recording. So with that said, I'm excited. We have a whole week to prepare and get things ready. I'm looking forward to it. Tonight has been wonderful. Eric, thank you. Andy, thank you. Brock, thank you for Willow. And everybody else that I'm not aware of that was part of this, I really appreciate that. We all appreciate that. And we definitely give you applause for making this work for our community, especially our new operators, because I've seen a lot of new operators come through. So I'd like to bring one to attention, WRD Q203, Mike out of Louisville. He would like an opportunity. He's on a Baofeng, but he'd like an opportunity at some point to say a few words if he can. I just asked that Net Control allows him to do that within the queue. WRKH 949, I'm going to go ahead and send this back to Net Control. Have a great evening, and thanks everybody for all the hard work.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, we definitely appreciate you and all the stuff you do with the SDR and keeping that up and running and the recordings. I think they're cool. I know a few other people think they're cool. And next week will be fine. You'll be fine. I need you to probably call me tomorrow if you get a chance and go through I added a couple things in here, so probably need to go through and do that. RDQ 203, Mr. Mike in Louisville. I apologize. I didn't come back to you for comments. I had you down under short time station, and so that's my apology, sir. How are you this evening?
Thank you, sir. No problem at all. I just want to say thanks for the opportunity to hop on here and learn and listen to you guys, and to gain a little bit more knowledge and information on top of the little experience that I have on the radios. And everything's good on this side. Whiskey Romeo Delta, Roger back 203. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Romeo Delta, Quebec 203. We appreciate you checking in, and you sound pretty good as far as there's a little noise, but I think you're probably having the same problem I am because you're using the same radio, so I understand. Mr. David in Jeffersonville, Indiana. How are you this evening?
Well, I hope I'm making it in there. I am also on a Baofeng. Power's out here in the neighborhood, so the regular base radio is down right now, even though I could have hooked it up to battery. But other than that, doing good. Thank you for the net. Thanks for running the net. Thank you, Brock, for using your repeater for it. And I'm not sure who the owner is of this particular repeater, but thank you for putting the repeater up. The more GMRS coverage we have, the better off we are. I guess the only other comment I got is, as far as the Zello goes, maybe take a cue from the guys on the AmericaLink Fusion nets. Go ahead and have an extra call in for just Zello guys. That way the delay won't mess the radio call-ins up. Just a thought, but thank you for the net, and back to net control.
Yes, sir. No, you're coming into the machine full flight, and I have a spot here for Zello check-ins, and I think things just kind of got garbled around. I think there was a lot of doubles in there as well, so that's something that we're just going to have to try to figure out how to iron the rough patches out. But hearing you, because I've never heard you before, and I don't know if you've checked in before or not, but your call doesn't look familiar, and it makes me think. Go back to John 949. He said he's hearing a lot of new check-ins, and that's something that I said. And there's a lot of new names on here tonight, so I think that's cool. So yes, sir, we appreciate the advice, and hope you have a good evening. How about WRJW702, WRVW702, Mr. Jacob?
WRVW702 here. I just want to say thank you for putting this on. I'm glad I finally found a group that I could kind of reach out to and definitely learn more from. So thank you guys. Hope to be here for more.
Yes, sir. Yep. No, we appreciate you coming over and checking in, and we enjoy hearing new names and new voices and new calls. So we're glad that you're here. So thank you much, Mr. Bryan, WRAP 822. How are you this evening, sir?
Hi, Eddie. Good, and thank you for asking. A nice catch on my omission of location. Yes, WRAP 822 in St. Matthews. You sound good tonight, John. You definitely have the voice for this. I'll jot down some notes here. And I think in the beginning it might have been an issue of reception. I was able to pick up some of the ones that you weren't able to hear. So if you want them when this is over, if no one else already has them, I will provide them for you. Let me rekey here. I wanted to say that a strong breeze makes for strong trees. You hung in there. Tenacity. Sam is happy to be on a portable at the same exact time I'm happy to be off of mine. I'm actually on a mobile base right now, and you guys were crapping on High Terra earlier, and it hurt my feelings. since I'm excited to be on mine tonight, tongue-in-cheek, my fresh TM800 tonight. And one last thing, busy channel lockout. Give it a chance. Thank you, Andy and Eric and Brock and Sam. And yes, definitely in the right place. There's a wealth of radio information in here. WRAP 822. Back to you, Net Control.
Actually, if I'm going to do a call for late check-ins, and then after I do a call for late check-ins, if you want to go back and kind of check your list as people call in late, if they do, and then, if you have anybody that you think I missed, we can call for them and see if they got comments, or you can call for them and see if they got comments, if that works for you.
Absolutely, I'm happy to help. My list probably isn't perfect because my attention span is a lot like Sam's is said to be. Also tongue-in-cheek. I love you, Sam. But yes, absolutely, Andy. Be happy to do so.
All right, well, with that being said, we appreciate you, Mr. Bryan. And with that being said, I'm going to call for any late check-ins or anybody that I may have missed in the beginning or anywhere through here. If I didn't read you back your call sign, or if I didn't read it back correctly or anything, I know we had a little trouble in the beginning. So any late check-ins or missed check-ins or anybody else wanting to get on the list, call now.
This is
WRFE 977, Marengo, Indiana.
This is WRUK 388, Whiskey Romeo Uniform Kilo 388, Sean in South Louisville. No comments, no traffic, Andy. 73.
Marengo, Indiana.
My name is Whiskey India, Hillview, Kentucky.
No Louisville.
All right, I'm gonna slow it down here. I got WRFE 977, Marengo, Kentucky. Thank you. My bad. Marengo, Indiana. And I got Sean in Louisville, Kentucky. And I had Hillview, Louisville, and Marengo all kind of come in at the same time. I didn't get any call signs. All I got was your city.
Hillview call sign WRP 893, and the name is Will, Whiskey India, Lima, Lima.
Is that WRTP 813? All right, we picked up Mr. Will in Hillview, Kentucky. Are we got any other late check-ins?
Whiskey Romeo Victor Whiskey 431. Name is Mark, South Louisville.
Whiskey Romeo Victor Whiskey 431. Mark, got you down.
WQID 228, check in, recheck.
WQID 228, got you in. All right, we're calling for any other late check-ins before we come back and get some comments from these guys, and then we're going to bounce up to Brian and see if he can polish up this list a little bit. So, any other late check-ins? Call now.
This is Whiskey Romeo Charlie Whiskey 281 in Henryville,
in the school parking lot in the Mobile.
All right, Whiskey Romeo, Charlie Whiskey, 281, Henryville.
There was somebody in Shepherdsville signed in all the same time. The Shepherdsville station, go ahead.
The RVT 597, Ricky in Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
WRVT 597, Ricky in Shepherdsville. Got you down, thanks.
RKJ 240 Junior from Mount Washington.
All right, we got you down, 240 Junior from Mount Washington. Thank you, sir. All right, last call. Any other late check-ins?
This is WRBB 975, Mount Washington, Kentucky, in and out.
WRVV 975, Mount Washington. Got you in and out. All right, going to make one last call. Any late check-ins? We're going to go back and get some comments, and then we'll try again. So, any late check-ins? All right, I got WRFE 977, Marengo, Indiana. Can you give me your name, and how are you this evening, sir?
Yes, this is WRFE 977. Personal is Richard in Marengo, Indiana. No comments at this time.
All right, we got you down, sir. Thank you. Let's see here. 388 is no comment. WRTP 813, Mr. Will in Hillview. Having comments for us tonight, sir?
No, I checked in earlier. No comments. Got some good news about your name. So I checked back in and do that. No comment here. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks, sir. Yes, sir. How about WRVW 431, Mark, South Louisville? How are you this evening, sir?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good over here. I tried to check in on the Zello, and it was asking for a password for the channel, and nobody said anything about a password, so that might be why you're not getting any Zello people. But that's all I got to say. It's sunshine over here on the Kentucky side. We are BWS 431.
All right, if you want to jump down when we're done to Brock's Fairdale repeater, either Chris or Brock will they'll walk you through, or patch you up and see what's going on with that. Them two guys are the Zillow gurus, so I'm sure they don't mind. I know I just volunteered them, but I'm sure they don't mind to jump down whenever we get done here. So I appreciate you checking in for the notice. WRCW281, Henryville, Indiana. I didn't catch your name.
Yeah, WRCW281. I'm in Henryville. First name's Ralph, and apologize for being late. Great nephew had a ball game tonight, and only call in I got is I want to shout out to John. I believe it's John that does the SDR on YouTube. That was a good idea to do that, and once I found that, I had no problems. But anyhow, Appreciate what you're doing, and just keep it up. It looks like you're going to grow for sure. And with that, I'll be clear. Whiskey Romeo Charlie Whiskey 281.
Net control. Bump, 281. Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes, thank you. Thanks, John, for getting that put up. Like I said, people love it. So, and thank you, Ralph, from Henryville. We got you down, and thanks for your comments and thanks for your words. WRVT 57 Ricky in Shepherdsville. Sometimes I get this right. How are you this evening, sir?
WRVT 597. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you all for doing this. I'm pretty new to GMRS. I'm enjoying it so far. WRVT 597, clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We appreciate everybody checking in and stopping in and hanging out with us. So I like to see it that it's actually and people enjoy it. So thank you. WRKJ240 Junior, Mount Washington, Kentucky. How are you tonight?
Sure, he's doing great, but he's 10 years old and has the attention span, well, of a 10-year-old, so he's already gone for the night.
Well, at least we got him on the list, and that's what matters. So, all right, I'm going to call out for any last call for late check-in, and then Brian's going to go over his first part of the list and just make sure that we got everybody. So, any other late check-ins?
So advertisement gets out of the way. This is Brock, WQID 228.
Brock, you got a comment?
Yes, I do. I don't know if anybody really knows this, but when it's real windy and we're on 65 centimeters, the band fades in and out. I'm watching 3 receivers over here, and this repeater's going in and out, completely to zero and back. And net control, you need to listen to your SDR. When you get done, listen to it. You're fading clear out to nothing for 2 to 3 seconds at a whack. And I don't know if you got an outside antenna or more power or something. Number 2 or 3, this Zillow has a real tight squelch, and there's a beam on it, and it's pointing toward Fairdale. So it's not this repeater here is on the back of the beam, basically, and but the wind and 65 centimeters and trees flopping back and forth, and nobody's, there's a lot of people doubling, and I know there's 2 or 3 totally missed, and I couldn't get them. And maybe Brian can do that. But anyway, listen to yourself on SDR, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Everything's just fading in and out, in and out, in and out. It's pretty bad. All right, that's a phenomena that just happens on these frequencies when it's real windy. It just does. All right, WQID 228.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Brock. It's definitely been challenging tonight, and I hate that it's the first night for the other repeater, and it's kind of challenging. But we'll try to catch it. Not next week, but the week after. So we'll see if it gets any better. Hopefully, it's not windy then too. So I appreciate it, and everybody. There's kind of the answer from the guy who knows the best. So he. Your radio's not messed up. It's just windy outside. So, and Olivia knew that. So, WRAP 822, Mr. Bryan. How's your list look compared to the late check-ins?
Thank you, Andy. WRAP 822. So, what I think I was able to receive for some reason that you were not is in the very beginning, and then I kind of lost my way along the way, but it wasn't due to the repeater; it was due to my attention span, that of a 10-year-old. I don't know, how do you want to do this, Andy? I can begin with what I have and tell you what I'm missing on each line with each check-in, I guess, and we can compare notes. Does that sound like a logical way to do this? Go ahead.
I would assume that you just call out kind of what you got, and then, up until probably the where I called for the Zillow check-ins, and then, if they're in there, they'll, and they didn't get on the list, they'll call out, and if, their call sign's not right or something, they'll call out and let us know. That would be, I would assume, the way.
Okay, I follow now. So these were all short time, so it's not likely they're still in here. But if you are short time and you're still in here, confirm with me that this is either correct or incorrect. The first call sign I did not get a name for, but a call of Whiskey Romeo Edward Charlie 982. It was the first call in. Whiskey Romeo Edward Charlie 982. I'm going to say that's a nada. Next one, Whiskey Romeo Papa Michael. I can't think of phonetic M, excuse me. Whiskey Romeo Papa Michael 298. Are you still listening?
Yeah, Brian, you have the entire net, sitting here watching WRK, 949. So let's roll it fast and hard and see what we can do to get it figured out.
3, Mike in St. Matthews, you still listening? And then the next one is Whiskey Romeo Utah Tom 893. Whiskey Romeo Utah Tom 893. No name, no location. And I got Josh Whiskey Romeo Utah Whiskey WRUW 632 in Fern Creek. We got Josh Good. I know Josh is probably still listening. And then I've got a Danny no call sign in Hikes Point, but that might have been my omission. I think actually he came in well and I missed it. The next one is Whiskey Romeo Utah Virginia 298, Unit 1 and Unit 6. I didn't get their name. And I think the rest of my list is pretty complete, or if there are mistakes in it, they're my own. Hopefully that helped, Andy. I don't know if it did or not, but here we are, for better or for worse. And yes, good job tonight. You held it together well. WRAP 822. Back to you, net control.
All right. Yep. No, we got a couple corrections there on our list, and so we got it going on now. I appreciate it, Brian. Thanks for your help. One last call for any late check-ins before we close it out.
Net control, please recognize Whiskey Romeo Papa Uniform 937. This is Daniel out here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. I was one of the ones in the... I wasn't sure I made it in.
Yes, sir. Thank you, WRPU 937, Mr. Daniel in Lawrenceburg. Hopefully you're not out in the lower 40 this evening because you get blowed away. How are you this evening, sir?
Doing well. Like I said, I think I'm just right on the outer edge of coverage here, so don't know how I sound, but sitting right in the same spot in the lower 40, and just trying to participate and enjoy the net.
We appreciate you participating. You're coming in good now. Maybe the wind's died down or something, so we appreciate you checking in, sir. Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and close. Well, I'm gonna make one last call just to make sure. Last call, any late check-ins? Hearing nothing. So that being said, concludes the net for tonight. This is WRTP 577 closing the 575 GMRS repeater net and returning this repeater 462.600 back to general mobile radio service use. 7 3s and good night to everybody. Thanks.